Survivor 42 is not messing around. I mean, not only did everyone drown during the immunity challenge, that wasn't even the most intense part of the episode. Yeah, it's only episode 3 and we were this close to going to rocks. Come on in, let's talk Survivor. I'm Anna Rumer and this is Pop Culture Social Call. Over on Taku, no one is taking my advice at all about keeping their advantages to themselves because Marianne just told everyone about her extra vote. Then when she finds the Beware advantage on a group idol hunt, she tells everyone about that too, and that she doesn't have a vote for now. I get that they want to stay force strong, but advantages are not show and tell. I'll say it a million times, no one will listen to me. Over in Vati, Daniel is driving Mike nuts wanting to read the fine print on his Beware advantage, total lawyer move. But when he finally lets up, Daniel learns that if all 3 pieces aren't found by the merge, the vote penalty ends and the idol gains full power. Now I know Mike was annoyed, but that little detail just saved him from being targeted, even if Daniel almost lost the idol again. What is going on with this tribe? They're treating the idol like I treat a chapstick, just throwing it anywhere. Immunity is up for grabs, but first up is Marianne, who says her funky little phrase, "It's another classic case of the bunny rabbit having dinner in the mailbox," to try and activate her idol. Side note, she's the perfect person to have to say this because people are already kind of used to her being a little different. I mean, no shade, Marianne, we love you. Mike, however, is playing things close to the vest. He doesn't hear 𝐒𝐒𝐿 say anything in response, so he's gonna see if he can make it to the merge with Secret Idol full in hand. Very smart. For the immunity challenge, players have to dive to untie a ladder from the ocean floor, then using that ladder, grab a key and sandbags from within the water, and then on land, toss those bags up into 5 targets. Now this is a pretty standard Survivor challenge, but the sea is looking rough. These players can barely even stand on the platforms before it starts. I'm not gonna lie, this whole challenge had me stressed. Honestly, half the castaways looked like they were gonna drown the whole time. Well, that is except for Jonathan, who may be a real-life Aquaman because he completes the whole challenge with his team just literally clinging to his back before the 2 tribes can even think about getting out of the water. Now that's an immunity win for Taku and maybe a life debt to Jonathan because things were getting really serious out there. Jeff actually ends up pulling a Survivor first and stopping the challenge midway. He brings the players out of the ocean to resume on land. Now everyone's gassed, but 𝐒𝐿 pulls it out in the end, sending Vati to its first tribal. Taku, meanwhile, has to select 2 players for the little prisoner's dilemma journey, and it's Chanel and Omar who are going to have to decide whether to risk or protect their vote. Chanel tells Omar she absolutely cannot risk her vote because she's heading to tribal. So when they separate, he understandably assumes she's going to protect it, but then she goes and does the exact opposite. Huge mistake for her. She's gonna lose her vote and it's gonna have major consequences for Vati. Meanwhile, while Chanel is off making a huge mistake, the rest of Vati is trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Mike and Jenny want to vote out Lydia with Chanel's help, but Mike doesn't have a vote, so they'll have to rely on Daniel. Meanwhile, Daniel and Lydia talk about voting out Jenny with Chanel's help, but it turns out Daniel wants to work more with the other group, and he tells the whole plan to Mike and Jenny. Sneaky. It actually ends up being a whole lot of work for nothing because Chanel comes back and tells Daniel, yeah, I might not have a vote either. Okay, they're still targeting Lydia, but that means getting Lydia and 𝐿 to split their votes, and 𝐿 is correctly picking up on a weird vibe shift from Chanel since she's returned. This is when all that tribe love comes crashing down when it's time to vote. Chanel learns her fate, and everyone's shocked when the votes come back. There's only 4 of them, and it's a 2-2 split between Jenny and Lydia. Now 𝐿 is shook, and he's even more shook when they have to re-vote, and only 2 votes come back. And again, it's a tie between Lydia and Jenny. Now in another Survivor first, Mike and Chanel have to reveal they don't have a vote right now. And Jeff tells Daniel and 𝐿 that if they can't come to an agreement about who's going home, Jenny and Lydia will be safe, and the other 4 will draw rocks. Daniel really doesn't want to draw rocks, and I don't blame him, but I think he made a mistake in blaming his Lydia vote on Chanel, even though it's true, but she looks pissed. Through all of his fighting, 𝐿 stays firm. He's not changing his vote, he'll go to rocks to protect Lydia. I think Daniel misplayed his cards by saying right off the bat how much he didn't want to go to rocks. In the end, he folds, and Jenny becomes the first player voted out of Vati. Almost coming to rocks on episode 3, man, Survivor 42 really is a different game. Also, did Daniel just totally crash his game, or did he save it? We'll have to find out together. Like and subscribe for more recaps, and head over to PopCulture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumer, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.